Mr. Warmbrand. At this time, Rocky Point, I'd like you to please stand as we present the colors. Quietly. At this time, we're going to do the national anthem. Please remain standing. That was beautiful, thank you. Miss Lamia and Miss Savannah Bullock, can you please join me at the podium?
And now, please listen. And please be quiet as we are going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes. What are you doing, sweetheart?
The United States Army, like when we announce it.
Okay, so you're announcing?
The United States Army.
care for it.
Please stand and recite our Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Rocky Point Middle School annual Veterans Day program. Thank you so much to our musical groups for their beautiful beginning to our assembly today, and a special thank you to Savannah Bullock for using her newly learned sign language talents for our Pledge of Allegiance. Good job. We are here today to honor and recognize some extraordinary men and women, and I am honored to be speaking with you all on such an important occasion. Today, we are here to honor American heroes with our 4th Veterans Day program. Our nation's veterans are men and women who embody all of the qualities we think of when we hear the term hero. They are courageous, brave, honorable, and loyal. I also think what makes our servicemen and women so very special is that they represent many walks of life. Our veterans are made up of all the races, religions, and ethnic groups that make our country so special. In addition to defending our way of life, the time spent in the military affords these proud veterans with many career paths. After serving our country, many go on to become doctors, nurses, engineers, and teachers, and many other worthy professions. Veterans Day is a day to remember the sacrifices our veterans have made and to show them how grateful we are for their service. A few years back, Mr. Masseri started this tradition here at the Rocky Point Middle School to honor our veterans as well as show some gratitude to his father, who spent a great deal of time at the Stony Brook Veterans Home, where he made many friends and was a positive influence to all who knew him. Our program today is a result of Mr. Masseri's hard work. Thank you, Mr. Masseri. Today, we welcome Commander Cognatori and the VFW members, special guest and Army veteran Mrs. Denise Shaughnessy, Mr. O'Connor, who is both a veteran and a volunteer at the Stony Brook Veterans Home, and to the veterans watching at the Stony Brook Veterans Home right now. I would also like to welcome our district administration, Dr. O'Brien, Mrs. Suzanne Crossan, Mr. Van Cott, Kristen White, Dr. Factor, and the Board of Education members, Jessica Ward, Michael Lisa, Susan Sullivan, Ed Caswell, and Erin Walsh. Mr. Messeri was inspired to try and spread the message and importance of Veterans Day, and I hope our students have listened to the interesting facts that he had embedded in our daily announcements over the past 2 weeks. Veterans Day was originally celebrated as Armistice Day, when it was first created by President Woodrow Wilson on November 11, 1919, 1 year after the end of World War I. The idea behind Armistice Day was to honor the fallen soldiers of World War I for their bravery and sacrifices. After World War II ended, veteran Raymond Weeks proposed that Armistice Day should be extended to honor all veterans. And on May 26, 1954, President Eisenhower signed the bill to create Veterans Day. We owe our brave soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, women, Coast Guardsmen and women a debt of gratitude for their selfless and courageous decision to protect our way of life. So be sure to thank a veteran, because we owe our freedom to them. At this time, I would like to call up our essay winners who wrote about the importance of our military veterans, Gabriela Madrid and Gabrielle Schnittman.
America is a stunning place to live. We are all very fortunate to live here and can greatly admire all that America has to offer. We are blessed to wake up in the morning and to know that we are safe, happy, and healthy. When I wake up, I am excited to start my day as you should be. Every morning, I like to think of the people who fought to make America a safe and free place for us all. I am personally inspired by the people who have fought to make our country the way it is today. These people have risked their lives for others' freedom, which is so inspirational. This instantly makes me want to be a better person and to recognize those who are outstanding for what they have done. From this, we can understand these people are so dedicated and care about other people. That's what makes them heroes to me. America is inspiring because of how many ups and downs we've had in our country's past. I am impressed by the actions people have taken and still do to this day. During COVID-19, we faced a lot of adversity. We had sadly lost millions of people. Many people helped in so many different ways during this time. From cooking food to donating money and helping those suffering from losses, these people helped tremendously worldwide. We all felt lonely during this time, but had high hopes that we would get better. This was so inspirational to me because of all the kind things people did in this unpleasant time. As you can see, I am so encouraged by all that people have done during this pandemic. I love where I live and feel safe wherever I go. I can greatly admire all that people have done. That's why I am inspired by America.
How does America inspire me? America is a great country that inspires me in a couple of different ways. We are so lucky to live in a country like America. The reason this topic is important to me is that America should feel like a safe and fun environment for all. Many things are great about America. America inspires me for a couple of different reasons. You may be asking, how does America inspire me? One reason America inspires me is because of all the healthcare services. I am so grateful to have nurses delivering babies and doctors caring for sick patients. They helped us a lot, especially during COVID-19 pandemic. These healthcare workers risk getting sick to take care of patients every day. Lives are saved every day because of these amazing people. Another reason that America inspires me is because of all the freedoms that we have, especially freedom of religion. I'm happy to have the freedom of religion because I believe that we should have our own beliefs. A third reason America inspires me is because of the great education. The way that most teachers teach is very easy to understand. I am very thankful for all of my teachers because they are hardworking and they are always there if I need help with something. I am learning new skills in many classes that I could possibly use in the future. Another reason that America inspires me is the people around me. I have met so many kind people in the past. These people encourage me to do new things. They are always there for me when I need them. There are even lots of kind strangers out there. One last reason that America inspires me is the bravery of the United States military. It is very important that we recognize the people who fight in the military for us. All of these soldiers are risking their lives protecting our country. Their mission is to deploy, fight, and win the wars of our nation. All of these reasons are why I'm grateful to live in America. So many things inspire me, and I think that this country is great. There are so many people who help us in our daily lives. This is why America is truly inspiring.
Thank you, Gabrielle and Gabriella. You have done an amazing job capturing the essence of why it is so important to honor our servicemen and women of the armed forces. Thank you, 8th grade orchestra. At this time, I would like to take some time and say a few words about a very special middle school member who has served his country. After enlisting in the Coast Guard not too long after his high school graduation, Joseph Masterson served aboard the USCGC Tahoma out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire for 2 years. During this time, he and the crew of the Tacoma were instrumental in drug interdiction and migrant operations. He then trained in Petaluma, California to become a communications and intelligence officer. He spent the next 4 years stationed in Staten Island at Fort Wadsworth, Coast Guard sector, where he was an operations specialist. While in New York, he was involved in search and rescue operations in the tri-state area, which included the evacuation of many after Superstorm Sandy. At this time, he was also on detail to guard the waterways when the United Nations was in session. The last 2 years of his service were spent in Mobile, Alabama, securing the Gulf of Mexico, again working as an operations specialist in search and rescue. Operations Specialist 3rd Class Petty Officer Joseph Masterson, please come up to accept this Rocky Point Middle School's token of gratitude for all of your years of service to our nation. Congratulations, Mr. Masterson. At this time, I would like Mr. Ragona for taps. Thank you. And now the 8th grade band will play God Bless the USA. Thank you, 8th grade band. Before we dismiss, Just a few thank yous. Obviously to our 8th grade chorus, combined band and orchestra under the direction of Miss Lamia, Ragona, Miss Spitz, and Miss Kenwood. Thank you so much for your contribution. To Miss LaBianca, Miss Bonconcilio for creating the Veterans Day posters and patriotic decorations throughout the building. Thank you to the Social Studies and Humanities departments for writing thank you letters to our veterans, and the English department for spearheading the patriotic pen essay. Thank you to our Mr. Masterson and the custodial staff, Mr. Scott Warmbrand, the tech staff, our middle school office staff who worked tirelessly behind the scenes. And again, a huge special thanks to Mr. Masseri for taking his vision and putting it into reality every year for us. Special shout out to the RPPTA for donating these beautiful balloons. And last of all, thank you again to Petty Officer Masterson and our special guests from the Rocky Point, VFW, and Stony Brook Veterans Home who are viewing our event. We are forever grateful for your service. Thank you. One more message from Commander Cognatori.
Good morning. Oh, wait a minute. Good morning. Still can't hear you. Good morning. Perfect. At this time, I'd like to thank Dr. O'Brien and all those on his staff, Mrs. Myers and John Masseri, for a job well done today. And most of all, to all of you that are here today honoring veterans on for Veterans Day. I want to thank the chorus, the band, the musical instruments. I want to especially thank these flag holders that have been standing here since I walked in. Thank you guys for a job well done also. And to all you in the stands there for being patient, respectful, and honorable for this assembly. I've been in those seats before, and I know what can happen, but you guys are the greatest, and I want all to get up and applaud yourselves and us. I could say one thing, this is a busy week for Post 6249 and all veterans. We go to many schools. We've got one every day this week and one next week. We do certain things in the area for veterans, and we appreciate what you have done here today. Anybody a Jet fan? Okay. All right. Well, some of our members of 6249 and myself, we had a special opportunity at Monday night's game. Even though they lost, we were honored to bring out the big flag on the field for the pregame ceremonies, and it was exhilarating. The crowd was crazy and wild, but I want to say one thing. This assembly today beats that. With all those thousands of people in the stand cheering, this means more to a veteran, to myself and our veterans here in Rocky Point than anything. For you showing respect for all the veterans and the school district here also. So I want to thank you again from the bottom of our hearts, and I want to salute you one more time. I know you want me to, I know you still want me to keep talking and stay here all day, but we're not going to do that. I just want to say I leave you with a happy Veterans Day to each and every one of my fellow veterans, and a sincere, heartfelt thank you. God bless.
And that concludes our assembly this morning. I am going to dismiss you by grades.